Today Loyola is hosting the Faculty Forward event for all of Chicago in tandem with the Fight for 15. So today we're going to be presenting Loyola's administration with a petition that asks them to adopt what's called the Jesuit Just Employment Policy, that is asking them to recognize campus workers' rights to a living wage, a healthy work environment, and the right to unionize.
You got a bandana. Good.
Also, in addition with all the other faculty and students from across the city, we're just going to hold a rally and get ready for the larger Fight for 15 event happening at UIC.
I'm from Northeastern Illinois University, and we've been organizing with Faculty Forward campuses from all over Chicago area, Columbia University, Roosevelt, DePaul, Loyola, some of the community colleges from the area, Oakton Community College, some of the Catholic schools, also Dominican, Concordia. I've met adjuncts basically from almost every university in the area, so we're coming together today.
So adjunct and faculty from other campuses besides Loyola will be joining us. We've been working together across the city, across all sorts of schools, with faculty who feel like that their pay is too low, and they'd like to receive benefits, and they'd like to have more stability in their work. So we're coming together and joining in with the Fight for 15, and we're asking for $15,000 in total compensation per class. So that will include healthcare benefits, maybe retirement, even some professional development. And we'd also just like to see more stability. I myself, and I know a lot of other adjunct faculty, work semester to semester. I still don't know if I'm going to be working at Loyola in the fall because they haven't offered me a contract yet, and they don't have to until this summer at the very earliest. So those are some of the things we'd like to see changed.
It's $15,000 per course for part-time faculty members, and that's all inclusive of benefits, like healthcare, because right now they have no job security. Semester to semester. Yeah.
Hi, McDonald. We fight for 15. We out here.
I believe that college teachers deserve more money. I mean, they help us, we help them. They come to our fast food restaurants, we serve them, we feed them. And they deserve way more than just a minimum wage, a bare wage. I mean, my uncle is a professor himself, and he can even make it. And that's sad to say. And it's sad to see a beautiful city with beautiful professors and a beautiful way and only making minimum wage. It's not right. So we came up here to help with all these other lovely people to help and support the professors, and also help support our fight down in Rockford as well for more money than just basic minimum wage. I only get paid $8.25. A Chrysler makes $16.75. I can barely feed myself, let alone my sister and my grandmother. I mean, it is nice and it's good to meet new people and it's good, but $8.25 is nothing. And then you already take tax money out. You already hurt in my pockets, let alone. So what's wrong with $15? What's wrong with that 10? What's wrong with the extra little push? If Obama said we're supposed to get 10, why am I still only seeing $8.25 on my check? It's hard. It's hard just being not just one person. It's just hard just living off of it. It's hard to meet the bills on time, how to meet everything. It's just difficult. But if I had that extra money, that extra push, even when I work all the overtime, it's still not going to add up. So why not come here and support and say we do deserve $15 an hour? We get cussed out and yelled at every day, but we still serve our customers with a smile, as we always do. So we're going to serve today with a smile, with a shout, to show that we do deserve here and everywhere else, that we do deserve over $8.25 than a basic minimum wage.
So normally people think of faculty at universities as, as people who are in a different class than Walmart workers or fast food workers. But actually the workplace at universities is, in a sense, devolving. A lot of this has to do with adopting similar models and policies as corporations and as fast food, right? We're seeing an increased use of adjuncts here at Loyola. Over the last 10 years, the use of adjuncts has increased 300%, right? And again, these are mostly people without stability, without benefits, right? Getting paid not very much. So at Loyola we see an increase, in the last 10 years we see an increase in student tuition of 73%. Over that same time period, the school has used more and more adjuncts. Right, like today, about 2/3 of all classes are taught by adjuncts who have very few rights, very little stability, and low pay. And this is where, basically Loyola is squeezing its workforce, squeezing the people who are in front of the students in the classroom for every dollar they're worth. And at the same time, we see this ballooning bureaucracy that has little to do with instruction. We see huge development on campus in terms of buildings and sports complexes. And we see growing pay, sort of out of control pay for top level administrators. So those are some of the things we'd like to address. We'd like to, come together as a union at Loyola, all adjunct faculty, get more stability, but also help the school focus more on its instructional mission and its focus on social justice. A lot of what the school is about, a lot of what they preach, and a lot of what they use to market to students is that Loyola is about social justice and Jesuit values, and we're just asking Loyola to practice what they preach.
Once you adjust for inflation, people's real wages have been remained stagnant or going down. More and more of the jobs that are available are bad jobs, contingent or precarious work that's part-time, low-paid, temporary, that sort of thing. And it's really hurting a lot of people. So, there's the people with the jobs at places like McDonald's and Walmart that are demanding $15 an hour so they can actually support a family slightly above poverty. And then the thing that might surprise a lot of people is that faculty at universities are also doing really badly. So the majority of faculty are no longer on tenure track. 76% of faculty are now non-tenure track. So some of those, like me, are in positions that are renewable, but they don't have the same job security, and we have much higher teaching loads. And then full 50% of faculty are adjuncts, which basically means they're temps. They get paid per class, per semester. Median pay is $2,700 per class, which basically means you've got people with PhDs working as temps for poverty level wages, which, trust me, is not why anybody goes to graduate school for 10 years to get a PhD. And I was in that boat for a while myself. When I lived in Boston, I was often teaching classes at 2 or 3 different schools, commuting across the city, and it was bad on a number of levels. It was bad for my students. I always did my best to teach a good class, but sometimes I just couldn't be with my students. So it was a particular problem at, say, UMass Boston, where most of the students were working class commuters and working full time. So I was on campus very often. They weren't on campus very often. Oftentimes they needed to meet with me, and I couldn't because I'd be somewhere else teaching another class. And it was bad for me. I spent those years slowly watching my bank account bleed dry as my income didn't quite keep up with my expenses.
Hey, can we get everybody's attention, please? Can we get everybody's attention?
All right, thank you all so much for coming to Loyola. My name is Matt Hoffmann. I am a part-time instructor at Loyola. And I'm also a member of Faculty Forward Chicago, and this is the kickoff rally for Faculty Forward Chicago. There should be nobody who works at this campus living below the poverty line. That's food service workers and part-time faculty. That's right. All right, so we're going to head over to the Damon Center and send in a delegation to the administrative offices to present the petition. What do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?
this is the Vice President of Academic Development, or Student Development. Comment? Oh,
Oh, man.
he told me to come today.
Good, yeah.
Vice President of Student Development, please.
From DePaul.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm Allison Page-Warren. I'm an adjunct here at Loyola University.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We have over 500 signatures on behalf of the Jesuit Just Employment petition asking for the right to unionize and also the right for $15K per course.
Okay.
I'd like to present that to you, and if you could pass it along to the president and inform others who need to know.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Sure. You guys are very well organized. Yeah, and just so you know, I will be happy to pass this along. We're not on the academic side, but I will make sure that the president gets this.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you need? Coffee?
Always.
I like your t-shirts. You guys are very well organized.
Thank you very much for hearing us out
And
today.
wait, I'm sorry. These are all faculty here, or?
These are faculty, students, supporters,
Oh, great.
staff.
Oh, I recognize names. Great.
Parents.
Parents, too?
Absolutely.
Prospective parents.
Oh, my goodness. You cast a wide net.
We do.
Yes. Great. Okay.
Thank you very much for hearing us,
Sure.
and feel free to get in contact with us with any questions.
Absolutely. Are you guys going to continue through campus?
We will be, yes.
Okay. Just
Thank
be
you.
mindful of, like, don't block sidewalks or...
Fully respect.
I know. Don't cause a fire hazard. All right, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you for your time.
Sure, absolutely.
All right.
I can help. Want to say quick? I can help, bro.